Okay, so I don't really have a grand plan on how I want to do this, but I kind of have an idea, so we're just gonna go with it. Alright, so today I thought it'd be really cool to do different ways of doing the marble cake. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but it's a big trend at the moment, this beautiful marble cake. I'm still an apprentice, but my boss once came to me and asked if I could do this type of cake. It turned out really cool, but when I was looking up how to do it, I ended up finding 7 different ways of doing the marble cake, which I thought was really cool, like 7 different ways. So I wrote a list because I thought it'd be cool just to go through and just say like how to do the different ways of doing it. So the first one that I wrote down was wrap the cake in acetate and then pipe the buttercream. So you wrap it around and then you pipe it and then you're done. The second one is place the buttercream directly onto the acetate and then wrap it around the cake, which that's the way that I did it when I first gave it a go. I think it looks really pretty. Mix the colors into a bag and then pipe it directly onto the cake. That's not my favorite. I just don't think it's as pretty as the other ones, but still we'll give it a go. The fourth one was pour ganache directly on the cake and then let the ganache set and then you scrape it. The fifth one was wrap acetate around the cake and then pour the ganache in, let it set, scrape again. There's a lot of scraping. The sixth one is glaze cake, like glaze the cake. I was thinking, so in this one we'll just do buttercream, and then the next time when I do a video, like do a part 2, do the, what do you call, ganache, and then the glaze can be like kind of part of that, because I feel like glaze isn't too far from like ganache. And then the 7th one is wrap it in fondant, which I'm not doing. I will do every other one, so I'll do the 6th, but the 7th one I am not touching. I don't like fondant. Fondant doesn't like me. We aren't friends. Somehow I can have my bench clean. I can have I could be wearing gloves and still somehow I'll get dust. I'm just like a dust magnet. I don't know what it is. Some people can do it. I'm not one of them. So anyway, best part is, sorry that all these cakes are different shapes, but my boss, so because I work at a bakery, like I said, a lot of wastage happens. And so I asked my boss, instead of throwing the cakes away, can I take them home? He was very confused to why I wanted moldy cakes, but I didn't want to tell him I'm making a YouTube video, so I kind of low-key lied and said that I'm making a sculpture cake. So when he heard that, he was like, here's all the cakes, and I'm kind of set. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should do like a carved cake. I've never done one, but so that it's no longer a lie, it's kind of like a half-truth kind of situation, but yeah. But the main point that I'm trying to make is that nothing's going to go to waste. These are old moldy cakes. I'll try and save as much of the buttercream as I can, but yeah, we don't want to waste stuff. So
get into it.
Let's get into it. I'm so excited. This is the best part.
Go.
So Jack had to go poop. So while he was doing that, I'm glad. While he was doing that, I got everything kind of prepped, but I didn't want to go too far ahead so that like I was skipping parts. So what you need is a bag. I used my protein cup because that was the only big cup that could like hold this. So just grab whatever you need. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna need your help.
Why?
So.
What do you want me to do?
I need you to tape this for me. Like, I hold it and then you tape it. Is that okay?
Okay, where's the tape? You got duct tape.
That was the only one I could find.
Oh.
Again, doesn't matter as long as it works on the cake. So what I've done is I don't have, if you look up, some people have like this, what do you call, this kind of silver ring thing. I didn't have that. I just had this where you can clip it on and off. So this will do the job. Get your acetate wrapped around, get your buttercream in there, and then hopefully this works.
You're holding this in a really odd way.
I'm trying to explain. Maybe I should do this first and then explain. Ah, shit. Ah.
Right, I think we just restart this.
There we go.
Huh?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just getting ahead of myself. And I'm sorry if I'm talking really, really fast. I'm trying to speed through things and I'm like, just calm down, breathe. Ah. So what I need to do next, to make this really easy to pipe, I've got my buttercream. I made a ton at work because my boss is a legend, he let me do that. But basically you have your buttercream, I've whipped it up just so it's fresh again, but you got to melt some of it down, add it into the buttercream so it's a lot more easier just to pipe down there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I've made it a little bit too soupy, but I think it still should be okay. Yay! So I'll try and get it so you guys can see, but see how it's mixing really well and it's getting nice and soft? That's what we want. And now I gotta get the colors done. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Don't judge me. Stop.
I'm not judging. I'm just thinking.
What are you thinking?
Judgmental thoughts.
I want to get a bit of a darker green. I want more. I want it to be really more vibrant. So these are the colours. I can't be asked to keep mixing. So good enough.
Close enough. Good enough.
Close enough. Yeah. Yeah. I like that saying. So I'm going to start putting this into there. I don't think it matters if you mix the colours because you want the marble look. So blob. Blob.
So what, doing this, layering it on top, does that come out in a... Or do you mix it up in there somehow?
Nah, so what I saw was they just put it in the bag and then when you pipe it, that's when you get like the marble look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll come out all... Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So doing that doesn't really matter how you throw it in there.
Hopefully not. I'm just going to start baby and then keep going from there. So pipe it in. Oh, I'm only seeing white. That's not good. Ooh.
What was the first one you put in? So there you go.
Hey! Alright, we'll pretend that the other side doesn't exist.
So I thought you'd kind of plop it all into one, just give it a really 1 or 2 stirs, and then fill the bag
Well,
up.
that's not
That's
what
how I
they did
thought
though.
you
That's
would.
how I saw in the video. They just like plopped it in, and then you got this like marble look, which I'm getting.
You are getting it.
I'm getting there. So I'm just going to stick to. I did think that, but I don't want to change the recipe when I haven't even tried it the original way first.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
it's very fun actually. Oh.
Oh my god. What are you trying to do to me, darling?
Yeah.
Severe OCD.
Yeah, you are.
I have to watch you do this.
I swear to God, like it looks like a hot mess, but we're getting there. All right, we're just gonna have to see what we're going with, see what we're working with, and go from there. Okay. You know what? It doesn't really matter if it doesn't make it to the bottom because I can always add it to it later and then just scrape it. So it's not the end of the world. Just gotta manipulate. Work my charm. Yeah. Does it kind of turn you on?
No.
I was gonna say like
One bit.
Oh.
The mess is killing it.
Okay, I'll clean it up a little bit.
Just tell me what I think.
I know you love telling me what you think.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna ask, like, does it turn you on? Because like when I see you in the morning, all in your work clothes, I'm like, there's my baby, so sexy. But I'll fix up the bottom. You know what? I'll just smooth the top out.
You got most of it. So what do you do now? Does it go in the freezer?
Yeah. So this one's going to take up to an hour in the freezer. So that's why I thought it'd be a good idea to do this one first. I thought we'll do this one because this one take an hour to freeze. So I thought the time that we get the other ones done.
You pull that one out and it should be right.
Yeah, should be right. Get my turntable. I don't know why I didn't get this sooner. This would be so much easier. I love making things harder for myself for some reason.
Yeah, you do.
Right. Just gonna go around one more time and then I'm gonna leave it alone because I keep playing with it and it's just not getting any smoother. Put it away. Put it away. Put this straight into the freezer. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly get this all cleaned up and then we'll start with the next one. I've pulled this one out of the freezer, let it set for a while. Yeah, oh my god. Oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. I don't know how I feel about it. Not my favourite.
My favourite?
Not my favourite. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to touch it up a little bit. Luckily I've saved this because I couldn't get it all the way down to the bottom because it was really hard. I'm just giving it a few touch-ups just so, because it's got a few little air bubbles if you see.
Yeah. The pattern doesn't look too bad, but
You're right.
except for that big white chunk on this side.
That was not that big. Okay, so I've taken it out of the fridge and I've peeled it off the acetate and then I gave it a good scrape down. So all you gotta do is get some hot water, that's what I used, and then just scrape it and then you kind of see the marble look. Again, not really my favorite.
Zoom in on it a bit.
Yeah, zoom on her a little bit. You see the marble look a little bit, but still she's a little bit wonky. I feel like there's not as much control and it takes like an hour. Other people might love this technique, it might work out for you, but personally for me, just just not really my favorite. So let's move on to the next one. The second cake that we're going to be doing is the one where I have my colors and then I place the buttercream directly onto the cake, let it go hard, scrape it down, and then happy days, you have a beautiful marble cake. So I'm gonna get my colors ready. So now I've got my 3 colors that I'm going to be using. And then I need a base. So I'm not gonna use this one because this one connects to my stand mixer, this one doesn't. And I need a fresh batch of white buttercream to mix it and then have that marble look with. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the pink directly in there. And it doesn't matter, you can use the same one, I love that. And place it directly in there. And then we just kind of, I'm gonna get this one. And then we kind of just mix it around. Don't mix it too much, they say, because then you'll fuck it up. I'll get the cake out. So what I'm doing is I'm placing it directly onto the cake. And what they say is don't over mix and put a lot on, like coat that bitch up. So we don't want to over mix it because again, we'll lose that beautiful marble look. But don't blob it on. That was my first mistake because I was like blob. You want it to kind of like see if you can like.
Do you want me to get in on that a little bit?
Yeah, get in that action, baby. See how like I pull it back and forth a little bit? Get your marble and then just smear it like that. Because if you just blob it, then you're just gonna get like big blobs. It will still have a marble like texture. It just won't look as pretty. Sorry, had a burp.
And back.
Okay. So we had to take a quick break because I ended up running out of room, or we ran out of, what's it called again?
We ran out of storage.
That's it.
Because we've never done shit like this before.
Yeah. So basically, when the camera, we had to like quickly load all the footage onto my laptop. So while that was happening, I got this done. I'm just gonna pop it back in the fridge, but basically that's how you want it. You want it on, scrape it, and then happy days. So now I've taken that one out of the fridge, I've let it set, and now I'm just gonna scrape it until I see the marble look. Sorry if it feels like we're just jumping or cutting too straight to the point, but I fucked it up. I didn't get a card that will last. What are you doing?
Zooming on the cake.
Oh.
Do you know what I said?
No, yes, please do.
Oh, sorry.
But I stuffed up. I got one that only like lasts for like an hour or a half an hour, I think. So we kind of have to be careful for the battery life. Oh, not battery life.
Oh,
like
the
storage.
The storage on it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Next videos after this should be.
We'll fix it.
So you actually watch you doing it a bit more.
Yeah, because right now we got to kind of like, we got to do what we got to do. All right. Well, I'll see you when we're nearly finished. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like, look at it. I think she turned out pretty cute. I'm rushing a little bit because we're, like I said, camera time and filming, but oh my God.
I like it. I like that one the most, I think.
This is so pretty. Should I be like one of those YouTubers that like, you know, they spin it and they walk away?
I feel like you'd spin it in the fucking cake and fly off.
That's more like me.
Trying to be
all
extra cool, just go bang.
Bang. Oh my God. Okay, let's pop this one in the fridge, but come on. Come on, that's cute.
Don't drop it. Emma's a dropper.
I am.
Oh my God.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
This is Emma's
strong
suit at best. For trying to fit things into the fridge.
I did it!
You know how she fits it? She just pushes everything as far back as possible and then just leaves it.
Done. So the next one that we're going to be doing is going to be with the acetate. So I'm going to have to line that up and then cut it to shape. So this is the third one that we'll be doing. I decided instead of putting all of the buttercream on and then wrapping it around, because we already have 2 cakes that are basically like that, I thought it'd be cool just to like have it so you have it going up to a certain point. So half the cake is kind of wrapped in a marble look. Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool, we're following. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't want it too high though, so I'll probably have to mark it about there. So I've got my acetate nice and leveled up. Just mix colours in.
Mix the colours.
Mix the colours. Do they look different to you or do they look like the same blue? Different. Alright, I'm gonna have to make one darker. I think that's meant to be the lighter one.
Do you have some like black or something? Or white?
Yeah, I do have black. I love that. That's a nice colour. It's very nice.
Very nice.
It's very nice.
So you can tell them apart now. You can.
They're still very similar.
Shit. I was really like,
You asked.
lie. How do we feel about that?
That looks lighter.
Yay! Alright, you go away. What I'm going to do, personally, I like to just dabble a bit and then just not mix it properly in there. Alright, I'm very excited about this because this is kind of like the one where you already, like the other ones, you kind of have to wait and trust the process. When this one, you kind of already see what it's going to be, which is really cool.
Did I fail straight away?
Yeah! Please don't stain my counters. Okay. Just stop. Oh. Yeah, I like that. It kind of looks like mountains.
Just a little bit.
Ooh. Okay. Time to wrap it around the cake.
Fun bit.
How's it looking already? I can't see.
Oh, the outside looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does look good, actually.
Woo! Oh! I love her! Hello.
The real question is, will it stick to it?
Jackson.
You can peel it off.
Jackson! That's me!
It's the first thing I thought of. I thought, well, if you peel it, it'll either stay on there or it'll come off with it.
I'm like looking like, how good is this? I look like I know what I'm doing, and you're like,
It looks good.
No. So what you do is you get your scraper, and then you scrape her on, so that she is going nowhere. Okay, she has to commit. All right.
Gotta commit.
Huh?
And then you'll peel it off, and you'll be like, you slut.
So far,
Well, hopefully
I've done
it sticks
this
to
before. I have done this before, and it has stuck. But I've never done it where it's just like this. I've done like the whole cake. So, and like I said, it did do it really, really well. Do I want to be swearing in these?
Where are you going with it?
I gotta put it in the fridge.
Oh, you gotta let it sit first.
Yeah, I can't
Oh.
peel it off. Oh my god.
Okay, well,
no.
it makes more sense to me now.
Oh, sorry.
I thought you were just ripping it off. I don't think you did.
Oh, place it in the fridge. Once you've done that, place it in the fridge, let it go hide, and then you peel it. Okay, so this is my least favorite one to do. This is the method where you put all your colors. I've saved all the colors from all the other cakes, but this is my least favorite one because basically the method is that you put them all the colors onto like Glad wrap, and then you put it in a piping bag, and then you pipe it directly onto the cake. Now I've seen a few people do it. Personally, I don't think it's that pretty. I feel like the other methods are a lot nicer. This one just seems a lot more muckier. I don't know what other word to use. So we'll give it a go. Still, you can form your own opinion. You might love it and it might be your go-to, but for me, not so much. So anyway, I'll get this all on, I'll get it in the piping bag, and we'll go from there. Okay, so ignore the board. This one's just a fuck around. Like I said, not my favorite method, but basically you put it in the Glad wrap, you put it in your piping bag, and then you go ham. So hopefully I have enough to make it to the top. It's not easy piping with this one. I don't like it.
Your face.
Okay, so I've got my second bag ready, so I'm just gonna pipe the parts that I freaking missed. Ugh. At least I'm not wasting the other buttercream. At least it's going to this cake. I'll scrape what I can.
So what do? You pipe it on, then you
Smooth it
smooth
out.
it right around.
So what I'm going to do is just scrape this all together, put it in the fridge, and then see how the finish looking.
And tell this was not your favourite cake.
It is actually looking, I'm not hating it.
I'm not a massive fan of it.
Neither. But I'm not going to be a hater. I'm going to scrape it and see how it looks after I'm done. Okay, so I'm at the last one. I'm just going to peel this off. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Like I did this off camera, so that's the one where I just piped it directly on. I think this one, just zoom in on her a little bit. So this one, the one that I gave so much shit, the one that you have to pipe directly on, I think she turned out really, really good. I'm so sorry.
don't
I
mind
talk
it.
so much smack. I honestly prefer her over this one over here. Now I'm just gonna decorate them. So we'll cut and then we'll go to when they're all dolled up. I'm so sorry that you guys can't watch me do it. Unfortunately, we just don't have much, like enough space in the camera. Like we're on 7 minutes now, so we gotta wrap things up. I promise you next time, this is our first time doing something like this, so next time we'll be more prepared, we'll know what we're doing. But
Have a bigger memory card.
I'm just gonna dull these up and then we can have a look at all the cakes.
Yeah. Good.
So that's all of the cakes. Next time I'm not gonna do so much because this was a lot. But yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm kind of surprised. That is my least favorite. These two actually no, I really like this one too. These three are actually kind of my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. This one was a shock to me because the other ones that I'd seen, I was like, not about it. Maybe on camera it just doesn't look all that good, but in person, I vibe with it. I think it's really good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know which method you think is the best. Let me know how you think I did. Please be kind. First video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I really hope you do like it because a lot of work went into this.
Cool.
Yeah?
You
Is that
happy
it?
with it?
Are we done?
Happy with yourself?
Never happy with
You're never happy with yourself. It's good. That's what makes you better.
Okay, anyway.
Till next time, I
Wrap it up.
suppose.
Yeah.